Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here for the NBA main site here on Tuesday. We got a 6-game slate. Real quick, let's currently see how we're doing tonight. So, I do apologize. I haven't had a video up the last few days. St. Patrick's Day weekend, did not have time to upload a video, but we're back here. I did tweet out today the plays I liked, the player pool. So yeah, this is my final lineup here: Doncic, Schroeder, Arzonia, Markkanen, Zizic, Booker, Josh Jackson, Drummond. Really like Drummond with no Blake Griffin. Zizic, a little disappointing with no Kevin Love there, but he wasn't bad. Arzonia was good for his price. Schroeder, not doing the best right now. He's shooting pretty bad. Doncic is solid, just started, and then I really like the Chicago Phoenix game. So yeah, we'll see how it ends up. Okay, let's go to yeah. All right, so 6 games. We got Harden at the top here at 11.2. A really good matchup here against Atlanta. If you just look at the slate, there's a lot of appealing games here. Houston, Atlanta, Philly, Charlotte with no Embiid. Definitely makes a couple of Philly guys very appealing. The Lakers and Milwaukee. We're waiting on Giannis news. That's big news right now. If Giannis is out, then there's a few Bucks that I really like. Golden State, Minnesota. Obviously, we got Derrick Rose injury news we're still waiting on. Boogie's probably going to be out, but this game also very appealing. Brooklyn, Sacramento, the same thing. Should be no defense played here. Indiana, Clippers. I think it's okay, but again, there's a lot of appealing games here on the slate. So yeah, Harden 11-2. Had an off game the other night against Minnesota, but Atlanta is literally the best possible matchup. Obviously, I think Harden has the highest floor of anyone on the slate. So, I think if you're playing cash games, you just gotta play James Harden here at 11.2. Then you got Steph at 9.2. So, the big news is Boogie. They said he's unlikely going to play again tonight. So, that's pretty big. That's when we target the Warriors here. So Steph at 9.2 and a great matchup against Minnesota. I don't mind if you're picking between the two. If you want to fade Harden, I don't mind it. I think Steph has a lot of upside as well. And then we get to the Philly guys. So obviously no Embiid. We got Ben Simmons, Tobias, and Jimmy Butler. The tough part is kind of differentiating who I want to play. I think all three are great plays. I don't think you want to play all three. I think you want to play one, possibly two. But yeah, it's kind of like a coin flip, like Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Tobias. Like I said, all three are great, but it is kind of tricky to, who do I want to play? But again, definitely think I would play one, possibly two Philly guys. Then KEMBA here at 8.1. He's just playing the whole game. The matchup, Philly's been pretty good against point guards, but I have no issue with KEMBA. He does have huge upside. I'm probably not going to do it on the slate, but I'm not going to talk you off him if you want to go there. Then we get Brooklyn, Sacramento. So, I do like the Sacramento side. Brooklyn is always tough because it's just the rotations. But D'Angelo Russell has huge upside here. So, it's just the worry of, is he going to play 25 minutes? Is he going to play 35 minutes? We don't know. It's literally, it's a coin flip. So, I really do like him at GPPs. I don't think you could do it in cash, but GPPs, he has huge upside. Trae Young kind of has been coming back to earth here recently. The minutes have been dropping a bit too. I really liked when he's playing 35, 37 minutes a night. Now, right around 30, which is still okay, but yeah, I think if Atlanta's going to keep it close, it's going to be Trae Young, it's going to be John Collins, have to have some pretty big games. So I don't have an issue here with Trae Young at 7.2. Chris Paul at 7.1. Again, matchup Atlanta is so good. So, I definitely would consider, paying up for one of those two Houston guards, whether it be Chris Paul or James Harden. Then you got Fox. I wouldn't be worried here about this last game. That was a blowout. They blew out the Bulls. He's been playing a lot of minutes here. 37, 38, 37 before playing 29 against Philly, and then obviously the blowout here. 7K. It seems a little too cheap for Fox, especially in this matchup. So I do like him quite a bit. Lou can always play Lou, But the matchup against Indiana does scare me a bit, where I'm probably not going to do it on the slate. Then you got Bledsoe. So if Giannis plays, I'm not playing Bledsoe, but if Giannis misses, that's when it's Bledsoe, it's Middleton, it's Mirotic for me, and you can consider Brogdon as well. Brogdon's out. Okay, so let's see. T obviously out, and D Rose questionable. So this is kind of big news. If D Rose plays, is not going to be limited. I would like him quite a bit. Then if he misses, Tyus Jones let some people down here against Houston. Just did not shoot the ball well at all, but I wouldn't mind going back to the wall with him if Derrick Rose is out. Dinwiddie, kind of the same thing with D'Angelo Russell. He has upside. He's going to play basically 25 minutes no matter what. I don't have an issue, but I would probably just take the upside with D'Angelo Russell, pay the extra $1,400, because D'Angelo Russell, in my opinion, has way more upside than Dinwiddie does. Rondo, the Lake, probably not for me on this slate. There's too many other good plays. So Caruso, figured out to bring him up. He had a huge game here against New York, but just be careful here. 5 steals and 3 blocks for Alex Caruso. That's not going to happen again. I do expect him to still play 20 to 25 minutes. I think he's a solid value play here at 3.6, but I don't think he continues this level of play. So I might go with the fade, but if he's going to be really, really popular, I probably will fade him because he's been playing so good. And again, 5 steals, 3 blocks. That's not, it's not sustainable. Okay, so shooting guard. So we talked about these guys. Klay Thompson. At 7.3, the price is up there. He's having an off night currently tonight. I would probably rather just pay the extra $2,000 for Steph. Just is way more upside in my opinion. But I don't. If you want to play Klay, I don't have an issue with it. Again, the Philly guys. I definitely want to target 1, possibly 2 of the big 3 here with no Embiid. It just, like I said, it's tough differentiating. So I don't have an issue with Jimmy, Tobias, or Ben Simmons. Buddy Hield here at 6.9. Again, matchup really good against Brooklyn. We've seen he has 40, 50 fantasy point upside. So I think he is certainly in play. Middleton, only if Giannis is out. Middleton and Bledsoe would become great plays there. Let's see. Wiggins, so this would be dependent on if Derrick Rose misses. If Derrick Rose misses, you guys know I'm not a Wiggins guy if you've been watching my videos for a while, but if D Rose is out, it's basically Wiggins and it's Towns, and that's about it for the Minnesota offense. So I would probably play Wiggins here if Derrick Rose does miss. 5.4K. I just think he has a lot of upside in a good matchup here against Golden State. Let's see, Bogdan, the minutes have just kind of not been there, 25, 18, 26, 23. I liked when he was playing closer to 30 minutes. 4.8K, I mean, he does make him in play, but I don't think I'm going to do it on this slate. CODY, he hasn't been good, but he had a really good game last time out against Houston. The minutes have been all over the place. I would consider him if Derrick Rose is out as a value play. All right, let's move on to small forward. Obviously, Giannis, this is the big news we're waiting on, currently questionable. If he plays, he's not going to be limited. He has huge upside. He put up 91 fantasy points against Philly last time out. The Lakers are a great matchup, so would have no issue with Giannis if he's going to play and not be limited. LeBron, this is kind of tricky. So they said they're going to limit him to 28 to 30 minutes, and he's played in the last 3 games 33, 32, 35 minutes here. Obviously, the matchup's not the best, but if LeBron's going to continue to play these type of minutes, I think you have to consider him here at 10.2. I probably am not going to go there, but they really haven't been sticking to the word of limiting him to 28 to 30 minutes. Then you got Durant. This is probably why I'm not going to play LeBron, because Durant for $1,000 cheaper with no Boogie and a great match against Minnesota. The only concern is, can Minnesota keep it close? It is at Minnesota, so that makes me feel a little more comfortable targeting these guys. So at Durant at under 9K, that just seems way too cheap. Let's see. Jeremy Lamb, Batum. I don't think we have to go there with the secondary pieces for Charlotte. Kuzma at 5.9, no complaints here. He's going to play 30 to 35 minutes. Obviously, the matchup not the best, but he's certainly in play. Let's see, Indiana. They do have a good match here against the Clippers. It's just they're kind of a deep. They kind of run a deep rotation. They have been in the the last few games. They have been tightening it where the starters have been getting a lot of run. Thad Young 37, 33, 32, 34 minutes. So I don't have an issue with any of the Pacer starters. If I was going to play them, it would be probably Miles Turner 1, and then Cowles and Thad Young. Those would be the 3 guys in Indiana, and possibly even Sabonis off the bench that I would consider for sure. Again, normally they've been playing like a deep rotation, but of recently they have been tightening it up. So, I don't have an issue with any of those main Indiana guys. Let's see. As far as these cheap guys, I'm not really seeing a whole lot. Yeah, I think we can move on to power forward. So, let's see. John Collins here at 7.5. Box score watchers might be a little worried, but because he only played 20 minutes, he fouled out in 20 minutes. Before that, 45, 51, 46 fantasy points. The matchup with Orlando's surprisingly been a pretty solid defensive team, but 7.5K seems too cheap for John Collins, so I'm definitely considering him for sure. Montrez, Gallinari, I don't think we have to do it on the slate. Draymond, he's been letting me down every time I recommend him, man. He's just not looked good this season. The price creeping up there a bit to 6.3. I think he's fine. I don't think he's the greatest play, but I don't think he's the worst play either. Let's see, Bagley. I would really like him, but they said he's still going to be on a minutes limit the next couple of games. So I don't, can he get you there in 20 minutes? Of course he can against Brooklyn. But I just don't think I can do it. I'll pay 5.4K for a guy that's going to play 20 minutes. Mirotic, only consider him if Giannis is out. So we're going to have to kind of wait for news with Giannis. Let's see. Harry Giles here, been playing really well at the bench. He's going to play right around 20 minutes. I would prefer playing Giles over Bagley just because they're basically going to play the same amount of minutes, and Giles, is 1,400 cheaper. So I do like him. Then you got Looney here at 3.9. Again, we got no Boogie, most likely. They started Andrew Bogut, surprisingly. So I'm going to wait for a starting lineup, again, for tonight. But, I think Looney is perfectly okay. Obviously, I would like it a lot more if he started. But, again, we're not going to wait for news with who they're going to start. Let's see. All right, let's move on to center. So, obviously, no Embiid. I'll get to the Philly center that I really like here in a sec. Towns, absolutely love him here at 9.7. If Minnesota's going to keep this close, it's Towns, it's Wiggins. He's under 10K. There's no Boogie. I'm not worried about Bogut or Looney getting him in foul trouble. Look what he's done here. They got blown out here against Houston. In 29 minutes, he basically put up 50 fantasy points. I think Towns is probably my favorite play here at the Knights. I really like him. CAPELA, 7.7. The matchup is really good against Atlanta, so I have no complaints. But there's probably guys, I'd probably, rather pay a little extra for Towns or just pay a little down for John Collins. But I still think CAPELA is fine. Miles Turner would probably be my favorite pacer here. Bigs against the Clippers have been doing really well this season, and the minutes with him, 37, 31, 36 minutes, 6.2K. That just seems too cheap for the amount of minutes he's playing right now. So I do like Miles Turner quite a bit here. Jarrett Allen, 5.5. So Sacramento runs big. So I think Jarrett Allen pushes for 30 minutes possibly in this one. So I do like him a decent amount here as well. Cauley Stein, I liked him when there's no Bagley, but it's too crowded of a front court. He can definitely get you there at 5.3, but I just don't think I want to do it on this slate. Zubac, the price is finally creeping up there. He's going to play 20. possibly 25 minutes, but I just don't think I can do that at 5K. McGee at 4.8. The minutes have kind of been up and down. You know, he has been playing really well, but I think he's playable for sure. CODY ZELLER, Alyssa is doubtful, so you know, you got Bismack, you got Kaminsky. Both those guys I think are okay, but the value guy that I really like here is BOBAN at 4.1 with no Embiid. I'd assume Boban's going to start. You know, possibly they might play Jonah Bolden, will probably get in the rotation too, but I really think Boban starts, probably plays 20-25 minutes. You know, I like targeting this guy whenever he's going to get minutes. You know, 27 minutes against Miami, put up 38 fantasy points. So I really like Boban here at 4.1K. You know, Biyombo, Kaminsky. I don't think I could do Biyombo here at 3.4. Probably would be Frank Kaminsky if I was going to play a big. He's going to play 25 or so minutes, so I don't have an issue with him there at 4.4. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video. So, the plays I really like, really like Towns. I think he's probably my favorite play of the night. I also like Miles Turner quite a bit here in this late game. And then, the big injury news here is Giannis. If Giannis misses, it's Bledsoe, it's Middleton, and it's Mirotic for me on the Milwaukee side. On the Lakers side, it's LeBron and possibly Caruso, but if he's going to be high on, I'll probably fade. This Golden State-Minnesota game, we're also waiting for the Boogie news and D-Rose news. If D-Rose is out, it's Cat, it's Wiggins, and it's Tyus Jones for me. On the Golden State side, if Boogie's out again, that's the main four. It's Looney, and I forgot to bring up Andrew Bogut here. Picked up a start tonight, and if he's going to play a decent minutes at mid-price, you have to consider him. So if Boogie's out and Bogut starts again, you definitely can consider Bogut as a value play. This Brooklyn Sacramento game, also really like this one. It's D'Angelo Russell's probably my favorite play. I also think Dinwiddie is in play, and I do like Jarrett Allen on the Sacramento side. It's Fox. Probably be my favorite play. I also really like Giles, but I have no issue with Buddy Hield. Cauley Stein's okay. Houston, Atlanta, also again, this one should be very fast-paced as well. Harden, CP3, you can't get a better matchup, so I do like them. On the Atlanta side, it's Trae Young and it's John Collins, and that's probably it for me. Philly, KEMBA, but I don't think I'm going to do it on this slate. Kaminsky, I think would be okay on the Charlotte side. And then on the Philly side, it's the big three, and it's Boban. With no Embiid, that's a lot of usage to go around. So really like Boban, really like Towns. Those would probably be my two favorite plays. So I'm going to do the two center lineup approach, and then it's Tobias, it's Ben Simmons, it's Jimmy Butler. So I think that's new for today's video, guys. If you have been enjoying the content, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section down below. So it's important to follow me on Twitter. That will be in the description below. I'll give my thoughts when more news comes out throughout the day. And I'll be back for another video on Wednesday, so I'll see you guys then.